comes through Morris. Contributor and coaches obviously in quarter and already some adjustments being
guards have been playing the best perimeter defense during the last month. Freak is second.
And not all handlers pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal.
In all kinds of ways. On the ball, off the ball, in transition. Boy, this group is the complete package at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Green. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And Chalmers kicks to Anderson. Outside Leonard. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Houston. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
They set the screen to halt the run. Chalmers' shot is no good. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Bulls.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Leonard, that's for two. Good as the jump shot falls. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Harden kicks to James. Morris outside. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Anderson outside. There's a good screen. To the paint. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Houston leading by 15. Harden kicks to Morris. The baseline J. Rebound San Antonio.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. It's stolen by Morris. The finish. Oh! And he jams it.
Go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Chalmers passes to Cobb. That is good.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Rock. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve. And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter. As our second quarter gets underway. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Houston, Morris in at shooting guard. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Trevor Booker. Then there's Ish Smith, and it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans really lit it up. He had 37 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them. And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Morris. He's getting around 38 points per, 8 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Here's Smith, and he uses the glass on the layup. Smith's got his first points of the game.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Parker kicks to Spates, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. San Antonio shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. First one falls for him.
Maurice Spates at the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Spates.
Timeout charge to Houston.
And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. The Rockets #1.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shot.
Rockets leading by 16. Smith dishes to Morris. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
Feeds it to Spates. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Houston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Morris, no good. Spurs trail by 19. Parker, right side. From the high post. Bryant can't get it to go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Parker against Morris. Pass to Brewer. 4 on the clock. Shoots it up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And it's now 26 points for Freak. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Parker kicks to Leonard. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Rockets leading by 19. Morris outside. And another 3 for Houston.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Timeout Spurs.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his last break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Leonard. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thank you, Doris. Now, here's Parker. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Diaw with the screen on James. He took good advantage of that screen. And that's 10 points for Leonard.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now Chalmers following the three-point attempt by Freak. Chalmers passes to Parker. Here's Diaw looking for his first basket still in this one. 5 on the clock. Chalmers' shot is no good. Rockets leading by 19. LeBron kicks to Harden. It's tipped. Diaw with the steal. And here is Parker. Three-pointer. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Passes it to Morris. Moving it up. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
As a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved. Another trip to the stripe for them, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Here's LeBron, and that one's good. James has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Now Chalmers, 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
And the basket by Harden.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because it's really good.
And yes, sir, that one drops. A 3 from Morris, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. So as we conclude.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
Wow, is it really that many points? I guess it is if you say so. I'm not really concerned with my points or how I'm getting them. If I start counting points now, the rest of the games are just going to get away from me. I'm chilling.
Well done. Thunder up, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the 3rd quarter of basketball. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the 3rd and 4th quarters.
And what a tremendous game for Morris. 31 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got Parker. West is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Kobe in at the 2 spot. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Leonard kicks to Parker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Spurs have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. Morris with the ball. He's got 31.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
In the corner, Harden. Back to Morris. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Now, here is Harden following the miss by Tony Parker. This one for three, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by LeBron. 36 points for Freak.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. Freak, number one.
Well, it's not just that he's getting the baskets, Kevin, but he's been doing a great job of getting open for a shot. So it's a combination of making shots, but before that, getting himself open to take the shots.
And San Antonio shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Booker. Finished off the break. Booker's got his first points of the game.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Parker against Morris. Parker drives in. Here's Spates. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Spates has got 4 points this quarter.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch. And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Leonard. Averaging about 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive powerhouse. He can just beat you in so many ways. Got to give it up for him. Much love.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Here's Parker following the score by Houston. Pass to Leonard. West setting the pick for Leonard. Releases. He squares up and sinks it. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Morris dishes to Biyombo. Harden kicks to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Morris has got 40 points. Morris against Parker. He dishes it to Leonard. No good on the three.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? Man, oh man.
Does he ever?
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on that one. The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Spates. Anderson comes in for West. Green, he's checked in for Kobe. And it's Chalmers in for Tony Parker. Now, here's Chalmers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Anderson, a screen on Morris. Off the pick. Chalmers' shot is no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And here is Chalmers following the three-pointer by Freak. Dial, the screen. And the foul called on Freak. Team deciding to change it up. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. It's stolen by Morris. Morris in at point. Yeah. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can climb a ladder.
Chalmers passes to Diaw. Kicks it out to Leonard. Offensive rebound. The dish to Chalmers to end the drought. Shot is off.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Now Chalmers following the three-point attempt by Freak. And Mario Chalmers gets the three.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Morris into the lane. That's good. Morris has got 16 points here in the second half.
And he has just been in a flow.
Diaw with the screen on Morris. Chalmers against Morris. Chalmers dishes to Diaw. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent, Greg, who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Morris. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And the wide open shot from Green. No good off the back of the rim. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Morris with the bucket.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
So we see Houston taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Good win.
Well, first off, James, congratulations on the win tonight. What is the mindset of the team right now and the philosophy in your approach?
Our consistency and our attention to detail. You know, we're a young team, but we got to focus on the small things. Our hard work is going to be enough as well.
Well done. Certainly a great team effort. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the 3 ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal, and that really opened up the game.
He was literally unstoppable tonight, Ernie. Those defenders that were trying to guard him are going to have nightmares tonight. He put on a clinic on how to break down the defense. With that kind of performance, it's going to be hard to repeat it.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. All right, guys, bring it in. We're going to shift to some late game situational drills now. We need to do a better job of closing teams out late. Coaches. Okay, that's it for now. Now, make sure we're iced up and rested. Go ahead, keep shooting if you want.
gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And with a little bit of time here before tip-off, I'll kick off a topic. Defense, as we know, a key to winning basketball. Kenny, talk about the hallmarks of a great defensive team.
Well, first there has to be an anchor in the back. And if you have an anchor in the back, then all of a sudden you can start with containing the basketball and denying those open lanes, because you know if they try to get to the rim.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And, of course, Patrick Beverley. They'll need someone to fill his role.
Well, to say the deal changes the look and feel of this franchise is stating the obvious. They are a vastly different team than they were a few days ago. Obviously looking long-term rather than the short-term.
Exactly. Trading away a player with his talents is clearly a big-picture deal. You have to balance fit and talent as well as upside, and then throw in the financial considerations. So this is more than just about the player.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Matthews, Jared Dudley out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Elliott, and it's Russell in at the 1. Now, here is Russell, coming off a solid outing against Miami. It's stolen. Elliott kicks to Matthews. It's stolen by Morris. To the middle. And Harden with the basket on the assist by James. Harden's got his first bucket in this one. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against San Antonio.
Sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, you're right. There were a lot of turnovers in that game, some caused by their good defensive play, but some were just carelessness.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Clock at 6. Randle dishes to Matthews. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's LeBron. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Houston moving it around. Randle grabs the board.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Worked that one inside nicely.
And it's the Rockets with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. Morris against Russell. Morris kicks to Biyombo. James, the pass to Morris. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's stolen by Morris. Look at that. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. Nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Here's Morris. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Pulls up, high post, and off the front iron, and in it goes. 6 points for Freak.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Elliott. It's Biyombo with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. And again, the Rockets good for two.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
There's the pass to Dudley. Here's Randall. And he also played really well in that win against the Heat. Shot clock at 5. Russell kicks to Matthews. The shot, good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Assist goes to
For Houston, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. On the wing, James. Out to Morris. Fires for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Russell against Morris. Elliott a screen on Morris. Pass to Elliott. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Kevin, let's take a look here to see where the Lakers rank in the NBA. 8th in rebounds.
Keep it going for your
percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in getting steals as well. Not bad, but could be better.
And they've been strong in the rebounding department, up in the top 10, and it's just not one guy. Really, it's been about the entire group collectively.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and it's Mickey in for Trevor Booker. Now, here is Harden. He picked up 12 points in their last win against San Antonio.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure himself to the line.
And the shot is good. Lakers trail by 4. Again, Doris Burke spoke with Mike Malone. Doris?
There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thanks, Doris. Here is Russell, following the basket by Freak. Left side, Williams. Dishes it to Ilyasova. Rebounded by Capella.
I'll tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Here's Ilyasova from the top of the key. He buries it. Ilyasova's got his first bucket in this one.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it. Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Rockets lead by 6. Don't go anywhere. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
Morris in a 2-guard. Also out there is Ish Smith. Corey Brewer is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Capella in at the 4 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now, here is Morris. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And they double up Russell. The 3 from Dudley. Shot is no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Morris with the bucket.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Pass with the screen. The drive by Russell. And it's Biyombo with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. And he's on a good pace here from 3-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Morris. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thanks a lot, Doris. That is good. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
It's good, the assist that time from Smith. 26 points for Freak.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Russell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
Smith checked in for Brandon Bass. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
And the Rockets making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Now, here is Russell. He's got 7. Smith outside. And that one comes up a bit short. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 16-4 run right now. And the wide open shot from Morris drills the 3-pointer. Morris has got 29 in the game.
Wow, this is simply an amazing performance he's putting on here.
The drive by Russell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his second personal.
Lakers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
James checked in for Houston. And the Lakers also making a switch. Matthews, he's checked in for Russell. Rockets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
2 shots.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And Matthews kicks to Williams. Fires, high post, and that one goes long. Houston leading by 18. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And that one's good.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And so it's the Lakers with it. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance and road wins where everybody contributes.
Oh! Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh?
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
James Harden, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Lakers. Just 3 to shoot. Nails it from the high post. 6 points for Wesley Matthews.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Morris, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Randall with the bucket. 1:07 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Morris from 17 feet out. Yes, it's LeBron picking up the assist. 33 points for Freak.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team. He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Williams against Morris. Here's Smith. The Rockets pull it in. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series, as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Houston shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
The number of points they've scored.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
That's good. Morris has got 41.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Russell. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Houston on top, running away with it. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. As we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora? You're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Lakers 5 right now. Russell is out there with Matthews. Then it's Elliott. Then there's Jared Dudley. And it's Randall in a power forward position. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs really lit it up. He ended up with 53 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hits file. No doubt about it.
Turnaround Jay. Shot is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that concludes this long 6-game road trip. Russell against Harden. It's stolen by Morris. Harden dishes to James. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Morris has got 46 points. Morris against Russell. Passes to Elliott. And it's sent back by Morris. And they get it back.
Do it. Stay down. Stay down.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Randall. Houston making some changes. Houston also making some changes. Capella's checked in, and it's Mickey in for LeBron. The Lakers also changing it up. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Randall. Ilyasova comes in for Jared Dudley. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Lou Williams. It's Matthews on the wing. 6 to shoot. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist in the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Back to Smith. Now, here is Morris. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And for the Lakers, they're shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
And at the And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Houston's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Morris in at point guard. Mickey out there with Brewer. And it's Simmons in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Russell with it. Guarded now by Morris. They set the screen to the middle. It's stolen by Morris. And it's the Rockets on the break. Morris with the ball. Houston moving the ball around. Capella, the pass to Brewer. For the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Houston.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
The dish to Simmons. The 3. And that one's good.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moore.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Houston making some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Capella. And Decker subbed in for Brewer. And the Lakers also making a change. Williams is checked in. Russell kicks to Smith. The kick out to Williams. To end the run. And he gets it to go.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Morris against Russell. That's good. Morris has got 52 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Smith with a screen on Morris. Russell dishes to Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Morris into the lane. Can't connect from short range.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Russell with the bucket. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Morris passes to Harrell. Russell with it. Knocked away. And stolen by Harrell. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
First personal foul. At the line for your Rockets.
He's off on the first.
At the line for 2.
He's off on the second. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. The drive by Russell. And that one's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The Rockets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Morris, no good. Lakers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Smith kicks it to Tucker. He dishes it to Russell. It's stolen by Morris. And he jams it with authority.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
The drive by Russell. Elliott. Mickey grabs the board. Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And stolen by Williams. Outside Russell. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. From 18 feet away, the shot is off. Good work defensively by Morris.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Morris. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
What a game we've seen here for Morris. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today, but he is just dangerous out there.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and Corey Brewer's subbed in for Decker.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box 4 window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's off on the first. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players ever see in the NBA. But we saw it here tonight. Truly jaw-dropping.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
He was completely on a different level tonight, and his insane point total tells us that. Trust me, it's not easy to get that many points in this league, but he had their number tonight, and the coach did a great job of continuing running plays for him.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
Everybody here can easily understand.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. Looking at the Trail Blazers, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Warriors. That game was a shootout. Defense will be the key tonight for them to bounce back with a win. And LeBron James last season got some MVP votes, and while he didn't come away with the award, I think, Kenny, that most would consider him the best player in the league, if not the world.
Well, he's the most difficult player to guard or have a game plan for. Nobody can really take over a game like he does, and the problem that you have with LeBron is who guards him, what position you put on him.
You know, any team that LeBron is on is considered a title contender, and you can't say that about anyone else in the league, so that's why he's the MVP every year.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Sounds go off when I enter the building.
It's a Western Conference matchup as the Portland Trail Blazers come into town in this game. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. And, of course, Patrick Beverley. Despite what he brought to this team in his absence, they've really taken off.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, Kevin, they didn't just let him go for nothing. They got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
And that's the idea. You know, you want to build a foundation on which this team can continue to move upward. So certainly some fans unhappy to see him go, but fans will be patient, and they also continue to be fans.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for Portland, they've got Al-Farouq Aminu. McCollum is out there with Jared Bayless. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Beasley in at the power forward. The shot's good from Bayless.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Morris, and it comes off the front of the rim. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, a moment ago, Terry Stotts and I were able to chat. Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James. And he said, there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him. And if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
Thank you, Doris. McCollum dishes to Aminu. McCollum kicks to Bayless. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First trip to the line for him here.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
You know, it's been a rougher year than he expected at the line, guys. I mean, he's seen the numbers dropping off for him this year.
Harden kicks to Morris. Inside, Booker, and he makes good on the way up.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And here's McCollum State.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Now Biyombo. Al-Farouq Aminu missing on the 3. The pass to Biyombo. James with it. Beasley covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morris into the lane. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against the Los Angeles Lakers.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And that one's good by LeBron.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
To the paint, here's Plumlee. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's James. Morris kicks to LeBron. Drops one in from the wing.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Bayless the pass to McCollum. There's the dish to Plumlee. From deep. McCollum no good. Houston leading by 5. James outside. Biyombo kicks to Morris. Doubled by Plumlee. Biyombo dishes to Harden. A 3 from Morris. Shot no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
Okay, man, put your hands together for Go Rockets Power Dancers!
And let's get this update now from Doris.
Power Dancers.
Guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Morris. Coach putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris. Here's Morris. Following the basket by Derek Williams. And it's Brewer finishing it off.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And Morris throws it down.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Here's McCollum following the score by Houston. And that one's good. McCollum's got his first basket of the night.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-handed.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense too.
That misses, would have counted had it gone in. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. The Rockets on top. They're up by 11. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively. Two huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become a real beast in this league.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Morris in at shooting guard. Mickey out there with Brewer. Then it's Smith, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Harkless kicks to Bayless. Picked by Williams. Bellinelli passes to Bayless. Hands it from downtown. Bayless has got 7 points in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him. Some fantastic numbers here for Morris. He has 14 points and 2 steals.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Michael Beasley. He's checked in for Derek Williams, and it's Aminu in for Maurice Harkless. Beasley dishes to Bellinelli. Beasley with a screen on Morris, and Bellinelli kicks to Beasley. Rebounded by Capella.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Beasley the screen. Stolen away. Smith right side. And the wide open shot from Morris. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. That's now 22 points for Freak. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He talked to his guys about the importance of functioning as a unit, not as individuals, and on the need to help each other find open shots on the perimeter. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And he gets it to go. Morris has got 13 points in just this quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Plumlee with the screen. Bayless. And nothing is falling for him right now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Good on the second free throw.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
The last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And the basket good.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Morris into the lane, and the dunk by Booker.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
Shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Beasley the screen, kicks to Aminu. Beasley with the screen on Morris. Lets it go with the three. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his third rebound tonight. Harden the pass to Morris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Simmons dishes to Morris. Kicks it out to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. And again, the triple from Morris. Morris has got 30 points.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Here's Bayless. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Bayless has got 6 points in the quarter. 1:35 left in the first half of basketball.
Sticking too much.
Harden right side. No good with the wing jumper.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Bayless kicks to Plumlee. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Up top, Morris. He saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Harden the pass to Booker. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Here is Bayless, covered by Morris. Pass to Aminu. Now Bellinelli. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Wow, this is simply an amazing performance he's putting on here.
There's the feed to Bayless. Pass to Plumlee. And it's sent back by Morris. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Houston on top, running away with it. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half.
First of all, a big nod to how well we've taken care of the basketball.
We're not taking any unnecessary chances, and that's meant very few turnovers. On a good note, our passing has been very smooth. You've set each other up with some really nice assists. That's strong team basketball. Let's keep it up. That's it for now. Let's stay focused and close this one out strong.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more.
Anything less.
So it's Portland now. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Jared Bayless is out there with McCollum. Then there's Beasley. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers was just a man on a mission. He finished with 60 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
The Trailblazers shooting their third free